Hey, ba-dum-bum-bum-bum. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of all ages, welcome to a very special edition of Stomp the Idiot. I am the idiot, aka the fucking huge one, Dave Koco from DAVEKOCO.com. And this is the second take because we're live on Twitch, KocoSports, archived on YouTube, KocoSports. Also, video games on YouTube, Koco Plays. We just did a watch party here on Twitch. We have a question from Twitter, a question from YouTube, a few questions from the chat, and booms, the joke didn't land on take one, but it's gonna land on take two. First time idiot, long time idiot. Boom Boom joins us. I think if you just keep repeating a bad joke and redoing it over and over and over again, the joke will land. In the chat, 1 out of 10. Did the joke land? Booms. Welcome to Stump the Idiot. All right, Stump the Idiot. Do you see AEW holding an event, WrestleMania weekend, within the next few years? Travel and crowd restrictions permitted? -2 out of 10. That's fair. That's fair. Booms, you can go first. What do you got?
You know, I thought about that, but no, I don't think they would. I feel like maybe Tony Khan would feel that like that's Bush League, and because if they do it to WWE, WWE's going to turn around and do it to them, which is something they're not going to want. So, why start something when it's unnecessary? I think AEW, if they do that, they're kind of like basically saying, "Hey, we're the little brother," which is something they don't want to, like an image you don't want to give off. So I don't think they will.
And I agree, but also I think they're just too big. Like, I think when ROH does it, it makes sense, especially when ROH did it. When Dragon Gate does it, when Indies do it, it makes sense. When there's a special event, I think Wrestling is Gay and a couple others do it. To me, that makes sense. But when Impact did it, it felt fucking cheesy as fuck. You know what I mean? And I think AEW is at a farther place along their growth than Dixie Carter ever took Impact. I just think it would look bad. And I think if you're going to WrestleMania weekend and you are going for the wrestling events, because I feel like the wrestling events around WrestleMania are way better than WrestleMania. I've been to a couple WrestleManias. I feel that way in my heart. With that said, I would be like, oh, AEW's here? It's kind of fucking weird. You know what I mean? I think if you're on national television, you should probably stay away. That's what I'm thinking. Ring of Honor, when they were a DVD company, it made sense, I don't know. To me, I think they're too big. I think it would be... Because, just imagine being at WrestleMania and be like, oh, man, I'm going to go see Dragon Gate. I'm going to go see Ring of Honor. I'm going to go see, what is that? Bloodsport, All that makes sense. But they go there and be like, oh, I'm going to go see AEW. It just, I don't know. As a fan, I think it would be weird, So that's my attitude on the whole situation. All right, Booms. We're going to get to chat in a second, but let's get to YouTube. I apologize to Mr. or Mrs. YouTube who sent this, and I'm paraphrasing it. What is your favorite moment in pro wrestling history? And it's hard to just choose one. So, of course, I'll let you go first because I got like 50 of them bouncing around in my head.
My personal favorite moment in professional wrestling. Oh, God, that's tough. I guess if I want to go all the way back I think I'd have to go all the way back to the beginning in my first live show that I actually went to go see in person. I got my uncle to take me and my little brother to a WCW show at the Boutwell Auditorium back, I want to say, around 1991. It's been a while, and I just, I guess that solidified my, my fandom. It was a long show, and plus they did some TV taping, so I got all this wrestling. I stayed up late. I got to go to school the next day and tell everybody, "Oh yeah, I went to the show. I saw Sting. I saw all these." I just thought that was just like the most awesome thing ever.
Yeah. I'm just trying to think. Ooh, man. It's tough. Andre the Giant losing to Hulk Hogan was huge, just because that's when I realized it wasn't a sport. You know what I mean? Um, ECW, because you get to a certain age where you're like, I'm going to be done watching pro wrestling. And ECW came around at the right time. So anything ECW did. One Night Stand was special. Kurt Angle versus Shane McMahon was very special. I think that's it for WWE. WCW, definitely Clash of Champions 1. Oh my God. I don't even know if it aged well. I just remember, Ready to Rumble was like, it's not even pay-per-view. Literally, that was my living room. Clash of Champions 1 was amazing. It was Sting versus Ric Flair. Dusty Rhodes Hard Times promo. CM Punk's Pipe Bomb. I guess that's another WWF one. ECW. I did like the Invasion where WCW and ECW combined. That was amazing. It didn't go anywhere, but it was pretty amazing. Seeing Tiger Mask unmasked. Seeing Kenta's last match in Noah. Omega versus Okada was always special. Lucha Underground I really enjoyed because I had a dream, a vision of pro wrestling. And I was like, I wonder if this would ever work. And Lucha Underground was that vision, And it was just like, oh, the Fed I dreamed about exists, That was big. Okada Tanahashi early on was big. So yeah, those are probably the big ones. Meeting Hashimoto was an honor. So it's hard to say just one, It really is. But yeah, I thought it was pretty fucking amazing. And that's what's great about pro wrestling. It's great escapism, great memories, and it's hard just to pick one, We're gonna go to Twitch chat. We're gonna answer some questions here. This is the second take because my dumbass, the chat's like, dude, turn off the music. YouTube doesn't like the music. And I'm like, yeah, don't worry about it. I'm smart enough to turn off the music. I'm fucking on top of it. Yeah. Scream new movie. Will it be good? All right. I don't know. I don't know much about Scream. Didn't expect that. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Scroll it up. Where did the first question come in? You'll be watching Impact. Hard to Kill. I have no idea, to be honest. A lot of it has to do on Boom Boom and the other guys. Boom Boom and Rick. So someone earlier asked us about your favorite moment during the Attitude Era. Here it is. We'll start here. Favorite was from Real Tight Spot, a streamer. Favorite moment of the Attitude Era. My favorite moment of the Attitude Era. I wasn't a WWF fan. I wasn't a WWE fan. I always rooted for alternatives. Even when I was a young kid, the monopoly kind of fucking drained me. But my favorite moment is easily Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson is the reason WWF is in business. That was a groundbreaking moment. Boom, boom. Your favorite moment of the Attitude Era?
Ooh, my favorite of the Attitude Era. Ooh, there's a couple, but the one that got me the most pumped is when ECW invaded Raw, and they started having ECW matches on Monday Night Raw, and it was just like I felt like it's like here's this company basically it's invading, they're rebelling against Vince McMahon, and this is back when WCW was winning the Monday Night Wars, and I was just I just couldn't believe it that it was happening. So I think that has to be my favorite moment.
Real Tight Spot is asking, is Vegas going to host a Double or Nothing this year? And I think that's really in the hands of the government. If AEW has a choice, they would definitely do it. But it really is up to the government. Booms, what do you think? Vegas hosting Double or Nothing this year?
Well, never say never. I mean, right now we don't know how this thing's going to go. I've heard, at least where I'm at, I've heard we're going to peak a little bit later this month, and eventually this thing's going to burn itself out. That's yet to be seen. So, I think it just really depends on COVID and what it does.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. It's sad because so much is out of our hands, and hopefully that gets fixed. But powerful people, they always love giving power back. That's what history has always told us.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Powerful people love giving power back. That's the number one thing that history has taught us. Golden Star Alex says, I'm honestly surprised WWE hasn't tried putting their pay-per-views opposite AEW's pay-per-views now. That is a great point. And here's the big thing about that. I honestly think they're scared. When NXT lost to AEW, because here's the thing. If AEW runs a pay-per-view and WWE goes on the same day, all AEW has to do is show up and it's an upset. You know what I mean? That's all. And the thing is, the numbers are getting better and better. And then you have the buy rates. I think WWE has this illusion that they're fucking huge. And you don't want to ruin that illusion. Where, Eric Bischoff said this, and I believe it tremendously. And a lot of people should learn this in the Hut community. But if you're in first place, you ignore everyone below you. But if you're in second place, all you do is attack. And it's one of those things. If WWE ran a pay-per-view, all AEW has to do is show up and have the same numbers, and it's going to look bad. And they've already got egg on their face. I mean, basically, they're firing everyone that Triple H is friends with. Anyone that had anything to do with that loss is pretty much going to be unemployed. So, yeah, I just think there's too much. And if you have like a dying fan base and they're like, we love you because you're huge, you don't want to show that you can fail. So there you go. Miso Horquist, thank you so much. Golden Star says too many moments to pick just one. But as a kid, I freaked out when The Rock and Steve Austin worked together. Yeah. I mean, can you hear that song by Limp Bizkit and not think of The Rock and Stone Cold? It's impossible. It is literally impossible. Best streamer is not in these states, KocoSports. Hey, I appreciate it, but there's a lot of good Japanese streamers. They just don't speak English, most of them. A lot of great YouTubers. Shout out to my boy Tikyo Sam, but he does a little bit of everything. We just stick here. And fuck what's going down. And Power Shower, I'm not really sure what that means. WWE died 15 odd years ago, really. Yes and no. They became a monopoly and just collected a paycheck. I don't know if it died as much as it mailed it in. They make a lot of money, and for a lot of WWE fans, they feel good about that. Which, it's good. An Asian saying is, a good person smiles when someone else is successful. But at the same time, I'm glad they're successful, but I just want to be entertained. You know what I mean? So there you go. So there. Booms, you got anything else to add? I'm going to see what fucking Andy Paps said. Because Andy Paps is a pervert. He'll probably say something. Yeah, fucking sends this question. You know what, Andy Paps? You're a pervert. All right. We're going to do more of these. A lot more news things. We're rebuilding our brand slowly but surely. We do live watch parties on Twitch, KocoSports. We do a lot of video games there, too. The video games are archived on YouTube, Koco Plays. YouTube, KocoSports. Me and Boom Boom are working very hard to rebuild it. We got one more semester to retirement, even though Golden Star Alex and Boom Boom doesn't think it's going to happen. And overall, super happy. Booms, do you have anything to say, or did we lose you?
No, I'm still here.
All
right.
right.
I've got nothing to say. Just everybody take care of yourselves. I mean that.
All right. Like, comment, subscribe. YouTube, check out YouTube, check out Twitch. Twitch, check out YouTube. And you guys could be the mega powers and help us grow. Did I say like, comment, subscribe? With that, just YouTube. I am over. Hey, ba-dum, bum, bum, bum.